Let me ask you a question. Are you a content creator or are you a creative specialist? These days, social media has lumped everyone in the creative arts into some large bucket called content creation, and we're all content creators. I'm a photographer, and that's been my speciality for 40 years. Today, I want to take a look at reclaiming our titles, reclaiming our specialities in order to avoid creative burnout. Let's get into it. Let's be honest, content is a clinical, cynical word that social media companies have created to put us all into one big bucket. My Facebook timeline, along with tens of millions of others, calls me a digital creator. The simple fact is that if you put a picture of your cat up on Facebook, you become a digital creator, a content creator. That's not specialism, that's homogenization. Social media treats the arts like coal to be fed into an endless furnace of algorithms. We have to constantly feed that coal into that algorithm, no matter what it is: video, sound, music, photography. Conversely, us as specialists concentrate on one single genre. We might be a photographer, you might be a sound engineer, you might be a director of photography, you might be a cinematic filmmaker. You have spent years of your life training in that speciality. Why should you be lumped into some genre called content creator? A specialist understands light, a specialist understands composition and narrative. A content creator has to understand metrics, rendition and algorithms. That's not creativity, that's bureaucracy. As specialist creators, we need to change our relationship with social media. We need to start calling ourselves photographers. We need to start calling ourselves sound engineers. We need to start calling ourselves videographers. Social media changes our relationship with the subject. As a specialist, we might see a beautiful scene in front of us and go and take it because it's beautiful. As a social media content creator, we might see a scene that looks like it might feed the algorithm. Feet dangling in an infinity pool, a beautiful sunset on a beach, generic homogeneous stuff that we will shoot just for likes and just for shares, just to boost our social media. It's not creative, it's feeding an algorithm. The simple fact is, we know that stuff will get us likes, so it takes us out of that creative zone and just makes us look for those shots that work on social media. To be a successful content creator, the internet tells you that you must be a jack of all trades. You must be able to take photos, you must be able to create nice soundscapes, you must be able to shoot really cinematic looking video, you must be able to edit beautifully, you must be able to understand SEO and metrics. You have many plates spinning, and quite frankly, for anyone apart from the exceptional few, it's virtually impossible to keep all those plates spinning. And as they tumble, the quality of your work across all the genres that you're trying to juggle with will also fall. Conversely, as a specialist, we are concentrating on what we are the very best at. If you look at a movie set or perhaps a commercial photography set, there are people there that all have set roles. There's the photographer or the director of photography. There's a director. There's a lighting specialist. There's a whole team of people that all have individual roles and all have respect for each other's individual roles. So giving yourself a specific title to your job, photographer, filmmaker, whatever, is not about gatekeeping. It's not about snobbery. It's about preserving the craft that you learnt, preserving and understanding all that knowledge that you've built up over years, perhaps decades, in order to progress your career and your abilities and to progress that field in general. By reclaiming your titles, you're saying to the world, I am a specialist, I understand this, I know how to do this, this is what I'm good at. The fact is that true creative mastery doesn't come from understanding algorithms, it comes from understanding lighting, it comes from understanding sound and music, it comes from understanding motion in video, it comes from understanding your craft. But of course, that doesn't mean you can't be doing other things. As somebody that dabbles in YouTube and shoots video stock, I have to know various other genres. At the moment, I'm filming with a little DJI Pocket 3. I have a very, very basic lighting setup. The sound in this room is quite poor. I'm very, very aware of that. There's an echo and I'm looking at getting acoustic panels. I have to edit videos when I finish. I understand these mediums. I understand what I have to do, but I'd never call myself an expert in video editing. I would never call myself an expert in lighting or sound. I'm a photographer that understands these other genres, and that's absolutely fine. I strive to get better at them, but I know I'm never going to be an expert in them. So the fact is, if you're feeling creatively drained, it might be because you're trying to balance all those plates at once. It's really hard to be a creative filmmaker, a creative photographer, a creative sound engineer all at the same time. Take a step back, understand where your expertise lies and concentrate on that. All the other mediums that you need to make your social media accounts feed the algorithm will drop into place. You will learn them, but you don't need to be an expert at them. Concentrate on who you are, what you're good at, and don't be ashamed to use that name, photographer or filmmaker. It's what you are. So let me know in the comments below, do you see yourself as a content creator or are you a creative specialist? For me, I'm a photographer first and foremost, and always will be. I dabble in the other things and I try to get better at them, but photography will define me for the rest of my life. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a thumbs up would be fantastic. A like would be even better. And I really look forward to seeing you in the next one.